Time is rapidly becoming an enemy for the Saints as he goes wide towards centre wing, and Kazitsky enjoys a hand pass to this young man, but he's had a pretty good night. I'm looking forward to seeing him next year. That kick comes unstuck. He's giving it straight to Rock. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Up towards full forward. The Saints have the numbers. Maybe they can clear. Barker applies the tackle. Turns over to Barlow. Barlow kicks a high ball towards full forward. Hawthorn needs a mark. Garrick defies the odds, but he pokes it straight down the throat of Dixon. Dixon to full forward. It bounces. It bounces. Tucked on the line.
The Baker boy.
This is like a final. Tension. A desperate lunge by Baker, and he gets it. What a great angle.
Now, the other interesting thing here is, as you can see at home, there's 2 minutes 20 left, but at the ground, there's only 22 and a half minutes gone on the clock. So the players might think there's 5 or 6 minutes left in the game when there's not.
Peckett on the outer side. St Kilda desperate for a quick one here, though. They've got Voss going, and he's running with Thompson. He looks towards the 50. He wants Big Bad Bustling to take a mark, and he does!
Go back and kick a goal post. He'll kick this.
You talk about careers. Here goes Buzzer.
Free kick to Milne. Free kick to Milne. The umpire's call fallen for it.
The free kick in the square to Stephen Milne, who's now destined to cover himself in glory. He's booted too. And Joel says, what is going on?
Let's have a look. Stephen Milne took the biggest dive seen at this ground for a long time.
Klaus DiBiase didn't dive like that. And he's kicked the goal, and they're still alive. Klaus, by the way, was an Italian Olympic gold medalist.
Yes, I realise that. He was one of the first men ever to produce the pike. Let's have a look.
People have been ordering it ever since.
I couldn't see a free kick. I thought the umpire fell for the extensive acting ability of young Stephen Milne, who's now kicked 3.
What about the emotions of that man, Grant Thomas? A minute 41 to get a win as a coach. The emotions of that man, Peter Schwab.
Is he off to Adelaide?
Would be absolutely shattered at the moment, Peter Schwab, that the game is down to the last 2 minutes.
Having said that, Adelaide have got their own problems with Fremantle.
What a finish.
A minute 41 is time for another goal. Capuano, 5 points in it. The Saints will need a clean goal. Platt took a dive as well, played for the free kick and got it. The umpire is going the way of the Saints. It's Platt who's got the free kick, squares the ball up. There's options on here. Hutchton takes the mark.
He's desperate,
Maxie. To move it. The Saints are desperate for a win. It would be one of the great steals of all time. Voss has got it. They're running the better. They're running the game out, the Saints. Peckett, one kick for one mark here will do the job if they're good enough.
They need Hall. They need Hall to take a big one.
Barry Hall's the target. Here he comes. It's all on the line here for the Saints. Hall in front. Couldn't take the mark. Forward the football. The Saints. Smith written into the ground. They want holding the ball. The umpire won't be that courageous, surely. Ball up.
It was about 5 seconds ago, but Joel Smith, it was a great tackle. He only had to get another 3 or 4 metres away before the tackle was laid, and he was in some serious trouble.
There's around a minute left. Kazitsky wins it. Blake it was. Handball, Milne. He's going to have a ping. Stephen Milne. Don't tell me Stephen Milne hit the post. Can you believe it? It was a great effort. It would have given St Kilda the victory, you reckon, that kick. And he's hit the post with a minute to go.
We'll have a look at the little fella. He's just banged it round the corner for all intents and purposes. It was going through, and the bludger, the goalpost got in the way.
30 seconds left on the clock, Sandy Roberts.
Oh dear, what a finish. Well, we thought we were in for a pretty cold, old, boring Saturday night as he goes again.
He's got it.
Found Barry Hall. Stevie Milne has poked the pass to Hall, and Hall will have probably the last kick of the night, and it's the kick that can win the game for St Kilda.
Hawthorn won a game after the siren. Now they could lose one after the siren.
Steve Alessio, Ben Dixon, will it be Barry Hall who make the trifecta?
There's the siren. They've won just one game in the last 15. Hall to win the game for St Kilda from 38 metres out. He's kicked the goal. He's kicked the goal. The Saints have broken the drought. And Hawthorn could well be off to Adelaide to play in next week's final.
And great to see the jubilation in the middle of the ground. Young kids that haven't had a victory. This would be their first victory. Innocent Kilda jumper for many of them, and they've done it in outstanding fashion. What a great kick. What a climax.
Oh, what an extraordinary finish.
Well, Hall's kicked the last 2 goals of the game. He took a contested mark to kick one, and he kicked the other over the end of a pass from Mill, who almost snatched it at 30 seconds prior.
And if there was any doubt that Grant Thomas is going to be coach of the Saints next season, before this match, there is none now, Sandy.
Well, they've played this game. This has been their final. Hawthorn have been beaten St Kilda 13-11 and defeated Hawthorn in a stunning upset 13-9.